Hello everyone, it's Hanny. Today I'm going to show you how I make this kind of papers. I dye these kinds of papers with lace and something like that. Well, it's not real lace, but I'll explain that later. There were some people who wanted to know how I do that, so here it is. I have this tray and I boiled some water, and this time I'm going to do it with coffee, and I do it later on with spinach water. I do it with beetroot water and cabbage, red cabbage, blue cabbage, how do we call that? And onion. I have onion too, onion water. But this time I'm going to do it with coffee. And I use instant coffee. And I just pour something in, well, something like that. Don't know how much that is. Not too much. Maybe for 4 cups of coffee or something like that. Then I pour hot, boiling water on it. And how darker the water, how darker the coffee, how darker the paper will be. Oh, I don't have a thing to stir with. I have to get something. One moment. I got a spoon. And I will mix the coffee good with the water. Like so. And that's why I'm using hot water. So the coffee will melt. Then I use all kinds of, in this case, plastic tablecloth. I used it, you see it. Pieces of tablecloth. It's all plastic. And here is a piece of plastic lace. And placemats. Plastic, they were all white. I have plastic lace. Use that. And all kinds of different pieces I gathered in thrift stores and whatever. And this is a new one. So I start with a new one today. Oh, I forgot paper. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is just lay one piece, or it doesn't matter how, but on the bottom of the tray. And now I'll fetch some paper. So, plain copy paper, printer paper, whatever you like. I pour a bit of coffee in the tray. Doesn't matter how much, just like that. And lay one piece honey paper on that. I fold it, bit of coffee. It's really very easy, like so. Lay this piece. Well, this is very open, so I lay some paper on that. So I will lay it the other side around. Like that, and that's because, well, this side is a bit thicker because I fold it. So I'm going to do it now the other way because everything gets so high on the side. Some coffee. And that's all I do for now. Piece of paper. piece of lace, piece of paper, coffee, that's too much coffee, well, placemat, piece of paper, lace, another thingy, piece of paper, so I make a whole bunch. I did use doilies too, like these, and you can do that, and some well, old curtains, and another doily. You could use that, but these stay very wet and you have to dry it, the whole bunch, so well, I'm not going to use this piece. It's a very big piece, and well, this. So coffee, paper again, some coffee, and it's not important how much coffee you use, because well, I'm going to pour it out again. It's very important that the paper gets wet, but it doesn't have to be too wet. Just like that. Some coffee. Placemat. You don't need much room for this. Oh, this is the wrong one. And another one. And like I said, you can do that with spinach water, onion water, beetroot water, red cabbage water, well, avocado I think you can use. And it doesn't have to be straight, this. The paper will be very fragile. Well, my coffee is just push a little bit so the paper will soak. Now there's a lot of coffee in here, and I will pour that. I don't know, you can't see it, but I will pour some in the can. What do we call that thing again? And if you have not enough coffee, well, you make some more. This is a piece of, well, I don't know what it is. It's not plastic, but it works too. And I'm not laying the pieces of paper exactly on top of each other, because when you do, you can't get them off. that easy. So it's just a bit paper there, paper there, paper there. I hope you know what I mean. So that piece of paper is lying here, so I'm going to lay this piece of paper a bit offside. And like I said, it's very fragile. This is already torn. So yeah. So be gently, or be gentle, I should say. Pouring some coffee out. Like that. Just like that. Those are only large pieces. So one paper, then I quit. Then it's enough. Just pouring a bit out. Push it a bit, very gently, because all the paper will be very wet. And just this is going to be okay. Well, this is it. And I will do this for a while, so the water will, well, that's not, I always do it somewhere else, but then the water will run to here. You see? And then I can pour it out, because it has to dry. I keep it for a while. I always make well, I have a towel here. It doesn't stand up now. So the paper has to dry now. So when it's leaked out, I'll be back. Yes? Well, the water leaked out. I have of the water, the coffee, so I will pour a bit more. And you can see the paper is soaked already. Well, and it's been a few minutes. So I will do this again. I have a towel now. And I will let the water soak out. Like so. You see? The water, the coffee. Well, and then I throw it away. I let it leak out. Is it leak? Well, drip out as much as I can, and then I will let it dry with the heater, the kachel. Oh, I don't know how you call that. The stove. Not in the oven. Maybe you can do that. I don't know, but my oven is not big enough. I only have a combi thing, magnetron and oven, something like that. So it's too big for that. The paper did a bit tear here and there. So here, because I was a bit too hasty, so it came out. So I will pour this water out, coffee. And now I will let it dry, like this. And when the top is a bit dry, I will get it off and iron it. Well, I'll show you when the first top is dry, but that takes a while. I can do some with spinach too now. I have another tray, an old one. It's a bit rusty. You see, it's a bit rusty tray, but hey, who cares? Well, I will use this one now. This is a very long piece of, well, it was for the table. And I don't have that much spinach water. Well, the battery, no, the card was full. So the camera went off, and well, you didn't see the whole process of the whole procedure with the spinach water. It was exactly the way I did with the coffee. So I poured some water out, and I let it dry now, just like the other paper. And well, when the top layer is dry from the coffee and the spinach water paper, then I will be back and I will show it to you. I have them drying in the sun. And you already see the patterns. This is the spinach and that is the coffee. But they are not dry yet, so I have to wait for a while. So I think the paper is ready now, dry, yeah. And now this one can dry. So, and I will iron those two. These are the two pieces that dried. This is the coffee one, and this is the spinach. You see, it's dark. It's almost the same. It looks on camera it looks the same, but this is a bit greener. And I now will iron them. And I have my iron on, well, 2.5, something like that, you see? So, well, I have to get my camera in my other hand. So, dry it. And the other one. Other side, I mean, you see, it's greenish. It's not you can't see it very well on the camera, but it's greenish. And this one is brown. We'll iron that too. Well, this is what I'm going to do with all the papers till the next one is dry. Like so. And those are the first two. You see? The spinach and the coffee. It looks the same on camera. Well, and that's what I'm going to do with all the papers. And then you have your dyed papers with lace. It's not real lace, but I do it with those placemats and so plastic things. So that's it. Simple. Well, I hope you liked it, and you can do it yourself now. Good luck with it. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.